So Alan here is going to help me out today. As you guys know, Alan, I'm surprised if you don't, he's probably one of the biggest lawn care channels on YouTube. And he's here in town today to visit his sons. Aren't they on leave?
They actually just got out of the military.
Yeah.
One 4 months ago and the other one week ago.
Cool. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do more cocktail mixes with the next products. As you guys know, I've been really throwing those down this year and I've been getting a lot of great results. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about another means of application, because over here we've got a hose end sprayer, and we're going to do some crazy math today. Would be on Al's
Dude,
channel.
we're going to have a good time. We're going to math class, because I know everybody likes going to math. What's interesting is, you know, when I was growing up, people would say, oh, you'll never use this algebra again. But I'm wondering how much of this is algebra. I don't know. Some of you guys can tell us what kind of math it is, but it's the way you think. And that's what learning those higher levels of math does, like in high school and college, is it just teaches your mind to think a certain way so that you can visualize math when it comes to the practicality that you have here.
Today we're going to be putting down some Milorganite here. As you can see, we've got the new formulation here, slow release, and we also got 6% nitrogen. Really repping that out. I like that. And I also got another product here that we're going to be talking about in the future. This is Bay State, straight out of Massachusetts. Thank you, JC, the lawn care guy, for sending that to me. We'll be doing another video comparing the two later on.
Let's do one quick test. Let's just see if we can get a little spot here. Just takes a little bit to open her up here. Okay, ready? Oh, smells a little weedy. Not weedy, wheaty. I don't know. Jury's still out on this one. I don't know if it smells like success or not, Jake.
So with that, we're going to get into the video today. Again, stay tuned for all the funky math on Al's channel. And are we going to mow?
Let's go mow and then throw her down!
Bam, slit, pour, spread, baby. Hey man, I didn't tell you to take a break.
I think it looks pretty good.
Or just your lawn looks good.
What's up guys, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. In today's video, we're going to talk all about the fundamentals, step by step, on how to properly fertilize your lawn. By the way, one thing before we get started, I really want to show you how much the color of this lawn has really improved ever since our liquid iron app that we did with the next products. We did the double dark cocktail, which was 2 products that contain high amounts of iron, and you could see looking pretty good so far. Especially here along the domination lines where it really shows. Looking good. So the first instinct a lot of homeowners have when it comes to fertilizing for the first time is just flip the bag over and look for the recommended setting on the back and go. I don't recommend you do that overall, and there's a couple reasons for that. Maybe your spreader calibration is off. Maybe from aging it's just kind of, you know, rusted up over the years. Or maybe your spreader isn't listed on there to start with. What's more important is to understand how big of a lawn area you're treating and how much product you'll need for that area. So the first thing we have to do for that is measure our lawn. It's very important that you measure your lawn, because then that way you can understand how much product you will need from here on out the rest of the time you apply fertilizer, or really any kind of product for that matter. After doing a thorough measurement here, I've learned that this lawn area here, along with the parkway, and a little bit of estimating to cut this off, is about 2,600 square feet. Now to make my math easy, I round that up to 3,000, because today we're going to be using organic fertilizers. It's okay to do that. It won't hurt a thing. So now that I know how big my lawn area is, I need to know how many pounds of product I need to evenly spread across the 1,000 square foot increments to get an even application. The way you figure this out is by dividing the bag poundage by the square square footage that it covers. For example, Milorganite is a 36-pound bag and it covers 2,500 square feet. So what I do again is I take 36, the bag poundage, and divide it by 25. The reason being is on this channel we talk 1,000 square foot increments, so 2.5, and that'll give us 14.4 pounds of product for every 1,000 square foot of lawn area. Now to make my math a little bit easier, I'm going to go ahead and round up to 15 pounds per thousand, and if I multiply that by 3, because again, as I've told you earlier, my lawn is 3,000 square feet, I need about 45 pounds of product. For those of you guys who are a little bit advanced, you guys know that 15 pounds of product will give us just over a 3/4 pound of nitrogen. Now let's try another fertilizer. Now this one is actually available to my friends in Massachusetts, and it's called Bay State. It's actually their version of Milorganite. I don't know, I haven't tried it yet. Stay tuned for a review coming soon. This is a 40-pound bag and it covers 2,000 square feet. Again, what we do is we take the bag poundage and divide it by the square footage it covers. 40 pounds divided by 2, because again we're talking about 1,000 square foot increments. It covers 2,000 square feet, and we get 20 pounds per thousand. We also get 0.8 pounds of nitrogen with this product as well, because 4% nitrogen, 20 pounds per thousand, creates 0.8 pound N per thousand. And as you can see over here with the Milorganite, it's exactly the same, but at a lower rate and higher concentration of nitrogen. Now that we know all the math and all the insights that we need to know when it comes to fertilizing, the first thing I recommend you do is pour in the amount of fertilizer depending on your lawn area. So as I mentioned before, my lawn is 3,000 square feet, so I'm going to pour in about 45 pounds of product in the hopper. That way I can get it evenly spread across that area, and then I can adjust accordingly. Before I apply, there's a couple things I need to make sure that are set. I need to make sure that I have my walking speed established. In this case, I want to walk about 3.5 miles per hour. That's a double fast walk. What I want to do for my first pass is I want to do what is called the trim pass, which is basically outlining the perimeter of the area that I have to do. And this one involves me to use a feature on the spreaders called edge guard and side spread control. What I have here are two spreaders. This one has edge guard and this one has side spread control. Let me show you the difference between the two. So the edge guard here, the way this one works is all you have to do is engage the switch right here where it says edge guard, and what it does is it opens this little flap right here, which basically cuts any fertilizer from coming out on this side and gives you a nice straight line right here. The way edge guard works, see these 3 drop holes right here? See how they're offset? Let me explain how that works. So what we do is we come down here and we're going to engage the side spread control. See what's listed right here? Turn that on. What we've done is we've closed off these 2 drop holes, effectively cutting off 2/3 of the rate. So the way this works, because I know a lot of you guys are wondering, these holes are offset. So what happens is as that impeller moves, it spins the product out to come out evenly like this, because they've calibrated it like that. When you close these 2 holes off, what you're doing is you're effectively cutting off the rate by 2/3. Also what you're doing is you're cutting off any product from coming out over here, because again, it's the way it's calibrated, and you have product evenly coming out on this side. The key difference between the two is that with an edge guard, you're not cutting off anything. You're allowing the application to come out full throttle as it would in regular mode. All you're doing is allowing more product though to fall into the edge, because all you're doing is cutting off that half of the spreader. Whereas with side spread, what you're doing is you're literally cutting off the amount of product that comes out by 2/3, allowing you to fill that in later on while you're doing your interior passes. Okay, so once you've done your trim pass, now we're going to do what is called our interior passes. So we're going to go back and forth throughout the entire lawn. Just to be a little bit more specific with that for you beginners out there, what I recommend you do is you start at a lower setting, walk across the area. With every pass you're doing, you're maintaining that double fast walk, 3.5 miles per hour, and what you're doing is you're throwing the product back to the wheel marks of the previous pass. So you're literally kissing those wheel marks every pass you do. Keep that walk up at a lower rate. Go all the way across the area that you have to do. And once you're done with your first pass, check how much you have in the spreader and then adjust accordingly and go the opposite way to avoid striping. Make sense? The goal would be is that as you progress and as you do that more and more, you'll be able to do all of this in a higher setting and go across the area back and forth, back and forth. Just nail it right there the first time. This is what a lot of you guys want to do the first time, and I don't recommend you do it. The reason I don't recommend you do that is because I don't want you guys to feel too pressured. You're going to feel so pressured, like, oh my god, I've never done this before. This is like professional level and I'm jumping right in. What I like to think of fertilizing is like swinging a golf club or riding a bike. It's something that requires practice, and the more you do it, the better you get as time goes on. So that's why I recommend you start at a lower setting, go one direction, see how much you have left, and then adjust accordingly. Go the opposite way to avoid striping. As you progress and as you get better at that, maybe you can raise the setting up a little bit higher and then try going over once and then see the results you get, and then maybe you don't have to adjust anymore. Maybe you could just stick with that lower rate that you're happy with. So that's all I really have to teach you guys today about fertilizing. I hope you learned something from today's video, and if you're looking to get a lawn that's green like this and dominating the block, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you look below in the description as well for more helpful links. With that, I'm Jake the Lawn Kid. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.